Hey guys, and welcome to day 6 of the July Scrapathon event. If you haven't been looking on my channel or Instagram account, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to keep this short so you can check out either the Facebook group or my introductory video in the description below to see what's happening and if you would like to join. So today's challenge is called and sorry, I'm filming this. It's not on the stand, so it's a bit wobbly. And all you have to do is use any type of ampersand on your project. So this one's pretty simple. I had a really fun time making this layout. So don't forget to check out Debbie's video. I can't wait to see what she came up with. The link will be in the description below. As I said, join the Facebook group who participate to win the grand prize, or just to get inspiration from all the members in there. And also check out the April Lilli store, which is the sponsor for this event. And she has a great store and a great blog with awesome design team members and projects they create. So head on over there, and I will let you watch my video now. So my process, I should say. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy what comes next. Okay, so I'm starting by gessoing the page because I knew I wanted to do some mixed media on it, and I'm just using my palette knife because I want to spread it on a lot of the page. So I'm only doing half of the page because my idea at this point is to have one side of the page for my picture and then the other side for my journaling, because I know there's going to be a lot of journaling on this one and it's going to take up a lot of space. So I gessoed that, and then I am going to add some green. So I'm going to mix a couple of shades so I can get that same shade that's in the trees in the picture, more of a more natural green, not an olive green or a really bright green. So I use those two together to make the shade that I made here. So I'm just using the packaging technique, and I'm dabbing it up and adding more. And then I did that, and I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this, so I was thinking maybe to do it vertically instead of horizontally and have like the bottom half journaling, the bottom half pictures, but you'll see what's going to happen. So anyway, I flipped it back over here, and I'm just adding more green, and then I'm going to add some splatters with both of the colors that I mixed, I think. Yeah. So I added the first one, and now I'm adding the second one, and I'm just using my paintbrush with a lot of water so I can flick the paint off. I just flick my hand and the paint goes on the page. So then I thought I was going to do a strip over there and do my journaling on the mixed media. So I needed something to map my photo with, so I went into my basic gray Prism collection, and I found this blue paper which I thought matched really nicely. So I had the idea to sort of make half of the page with this paper and have the other half be mixed media, but that was just not, as you can see, it is not good. So I even tried it the other way around, but I didn't like that either. So I decided I'm going to just mat the photo with that paper, but not yet. So I considered it, but I didn't want to cut into the paper if I wasn't sure. So now I'm just staring at the page, and I decided to add more splatter for some unknown reason. Oh, I know why, because I decided that the picture would go over to the other side, so I needed more splatter in the middle where I thought the picture was going to be before. And now I'm going to pull out some embellishments. So because I found that basic gray blue paper, I'm going through this assortment of basic gray. It's mostly basic gray, but there's some little yellow bicycle and some simple story stuff. But I think I only pull out basic gray stuff. So this is just random ephemera that doesn't have any paper to go with it anymore, or there's only a couple pieces left from a package and I just threw it all in there. So I'm going through and picking out reds and blues and like neutral colors to try and incorporate onto there. So I didn't know what I wanted to do with the photo, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and do the journaling. So I'm spelling out my title, which is going to be I Want Food, and you'll see why just a bit. And I'm using these Wonder Thickers by American Crafts, and they're nice black foam, and I love them. And now the challenge was to use ampersands on the page, so I pulled two out to sort of continue the story, because this is a story that my grandma, who lives in the States, which is half across the world from where I live, sent us this story and the picture of this turkey, and she sent it in 3 different messages. So I'm going to do the journaling, so each spot is going to be like a different message. I'm going to use that journaling. So I added some washi, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to write my journaling directly on the paper, or if I wanted to put something else on top and then do the journaling. So I'm going through a bunch of options like label stickers and those tags, but I didn't really like anything, so I just decide to write the journaling as so, and I did that off camera because the journaling was on my phone, which I used to film. So I just turned the camera off, copied that on there, and turned it back on. So let's see. So I'll just tell you what happened. So now, before I do that, I liked that blue paper, so I'm just cutting strips of it and adding it under each of the clusters, and I'm also adding some washi. So the story is now there. Okay, I keep doing stuff. So that is an arrow by Basic Gray, and I think it was from the Hey Boy ephemera pack. So I added one up there, and then I'm playing around with where to add those chipboard pieces because I love them. So the story about this turkey is so my grandparents live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and sort of like kind of like in the country, so they have this huge yard, and there's a kind of forest next to their house. So sometimes they are turkeys and deer and stuff running through the yard, and they have a bird feeder and stuff. So what happened is a turkey came and knocked on my grandpa's window. He was like pecking on the window because the bird feeder was empty. So yeah. So that's the gist of it. And then my grandma added that she thinks the chipmunk told the turkey to peck the window. So that is the story, and I thought it was funny and worth documenting because it's kind of the what's happening in the family now. And because I have a printer now, I can easily print photos at home. So anyway, added more mixed media over to the other side because I don't like having mixed media on just one side of the photo. I don't know, it's kind of like a thing I have, or maybe everybody has it. I honestly have no clue, but I can't stand not having mixed media on both sides. So I added some packaging and some splatter over to the other side, and now I'm trying to see how I can incorporate some of these embellishments because it was looking a bit blah. So I'm playing around with that's a chipboard piece from the Hey Boy ephemera pack. I'm trying to add it in somewhere. I added those chipboard pieces, so I think they're both, no, one is from the Hey Girl and the other is from the Hey Boy, and those are both from Basic Gray. So I'm trying to see where I want to add some of these, but because my journaling can't move and I can't cover anything up, it was a bit challenging, but I figured out what to do. So then I pulled in that bingo card, and that's a cut apart from the Simple Stories 24/7 6x6 paper pad, and that's one of the few things I have left. And I thought that it pulled in red, which I kind of liked, but I had to add red to other places on the layout. So I added that little acetate piece there, and then I'm trying to see if I can add this yes piece. That's a circle, but they didn't really work. So then I placed that kapow chipboard scallopy circle, I don't know what to call that, over there by the photo, and I just have a little layered, I have that chipboard and that bingo card layered over there. And now I'm going to go through my stickers, or not, it's not really a sticker, it's a kind of my embellishment basket, but it's mostly stickers or sheets of something. So I'm going through that, and I'm going to pull out the Mambi chips, like the family set, and then I think I also pulled out the traveling set, but I don't think I used that. So I found this You Make Me Laugh thing, and it's meant to be for like a person, but I thought I could use it for this story, and it is green, which I liked because there's a lot of green on the layout. And then I found that little crazy piece that I thought would look good over by the journaling. And that was from the travel set, actually. And then I saw this explore because I had the idea that I could add one of those little chipboard words to every cluster of journaling, but that didn't work out. So that was just a very darker shade of blue, and I didn't like how it looked on the layout. So then I'm going through this desktop chipboard set by Becky Higgins and Project Life. And I found that circle, which I thought was a perfect shade of blue, so I'm going to incorporate it into the cluster over by the photo. And then I felt like I have 2 circles, so I need like a 3rd circle, so I went through every single thing I own and tried to find a 3rd circle. And for a minute I thought I would use that top of the world piece, but I didn't like it. There was too much yellow over there and it was too big. And I was looking for something smaller, but then that cork arrow was too small, and if I added that, I had to add cork somewhere else, and that wasn't working. So I'm going to get rid of that in just a bit. So I came back to the bingo card, but then I decided I like that chipboard more. So I'm just going to leave it there for the time being, but I feel like something is missing. So I'm going through this, what is it called? Sticker book from IKEA. And I thought I could use one of these little circle pieces, and I chose the black one, and it's half because if I added a whole one it would be too big, so I just added that little half circle there. And it also brings in some black that from the journaling part of the section because of the title and the ampersands. And then I thought I could add some of these Tim Holtz words because I love them and because the layout needed a bit more. So I went a little nuts and added like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 of these on the page, but it was way too much, so I'm going to get rid of quite a few. But before I do that, I decide I'm going to just glue down my photo because it's not going to go anywhere at this point. Sorry for that noise there. My sister decided to pop in. So now I am going to leave. I'm still fidgeting with where I want to place those tiny words, and then I decide I'm just going to glue these circles down, or at least that chipboard one down, because the others are stickers and already glued down, and go from there. But I just took them all off in the end because I didn't like how that looked, and I moved down that crazy chipboard piece to the second cluster, and now I decide I'm going to add washi tape to all of the clusters because it needed a little pop of yellow. And then I just added 1 word to each of the journaling clusters just because the middle one had one, and I thought it would be nice to include some on the other 2. So what am I doing now? So I'm going through my embellishment basket again, and I'm looking at all these chipboard pieces, and I'm trying to see if I'm trying different things. I was mostly looking for more chipboard words that I could replace the flat sticker ones with, but I didn't find any. And then I pulled out these enamel dots. So I played around with quite a few options. I tried the gray triangles that I didn't like. Then I'm trying like the blue, but I didn't have, I only had these huge ones and I didn't really like them. So those are both by Webster's Pages, and the one is from Dream in Color and the other is by the Allison Craft #Happy collection. I don't know how old those are. So then I decided I'm going to use a gold triangle and make it sort of point like an arrow to the 3 journaling clusters, and then also add a gold dot by that label sticker with the black and white next to the photo. And then I decide I'm going to border the whole thing, so I'm doing a double doodly border with the Staedtler pigment liner and a 0.3 pen and tip. And then I'm adding some doodly hearts because I can't just have that pen in one place. And then I'm kind of outlining some of those paper strips. I don't know, I was just feeling in the mood. And then I outlined that chipboard circle, and that is going to complete, I also outlined the photo, but that is going to complete the layout. So I hope you choose to participate in this challenge. And don't forget to check out the Facebook group. If you don't know what I am talking about, you can find all the information in the Facebook group or in my introductory video, which will both link below. And don't forget to check out Debbie's video. Her link will also be in the description below. And the April Lilli store, which has been agreed to be our sponsor this month, and she has a very nice store and an awesome design team with lots of inspiration on their blog. So I hope you stop by, and I'll see you in the Facebook group. So thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.